They say teams that train together perform better together, forms closer bonds, and I feel like I'm sharing a closer bond with you guys who are listening, sharing a closer bond with you, Blair. We're expecting to see a close matchup.
We had a little bit of a chat with their coach earlier on, so we'll see what kind of insight comes out in this match. Supported by Owen's son, Ben Waller, Chang, Kwok, Mace, and Fulton. And offensively, we have Robertson, Broughton.
Ooh.
Early turn there.
And it's a warm-up that normally gets those bobbles out. Crosby's such a safe handler. She's so confident, and that's a bit uncharacteristic from her. You don't want to be dropping things like those in the finals. She's looking, no doubt, to make up for it as she's strategically low center of gravity, lining up on defense against what looks like will be an isolation play.
Boardman. Quick shot across to Fulton. What a fantastic play there. Is going to stay full for now. Dolan marked by Crosby. Getting called back as the momentum carried her through. Boardman one more time, puts it low. And Crosby with a bid, but it looks like they're going to call a pick on that one.
Pick was called, indicating that the stack may have been messy, that defense was impeded. However, did it impact this catch? People stopped, but did anyone have a play on that, making a defensive play, or will it be a point? Important to consider. Regardless, an incredible inside-out throw.
Pursuit as well. We're going to see it go again.
A repeat! Oh, and you know, it was...
Haberfield puts a nice shot up.
Looking for Robertson.
Boardman. Robertson's going to come down with it for the score to tie the game. It's going to be Boat 1, Kudos 1. Ruleman tries to shake free but can't do it, so Lynch pushes up line to Van Turnhout. Gets a big jump.
Going for the
greatest attempt! Waller says no.
Showing that a disc is never dead, you know, until it's out of play. We've got Edwards who was looking for the swing there, and now Edwards matching up on defense.
Van Turnhout with a big flick.
Launches.
Double coverage. Wilcock comes down with it for Boat.
What a take. He's showing everyone that disc he just earned. The greatest attempt before, that massive play to keep it alive, and then capping it off with the catch right there. What a point.
Ireland stepping back as an available reset. A Hail Mary last minute. Toad in for a body slam to pull the score down. Yo was definitely left abandoned on that near sideline. It was definitely a Hail Mary option. I think he probably would have looked.
Picks the blade around to the break side.
Huge touch by Chang, managing to generate that turnover. Riley.
Chang, who was one of the leaders for the Auckland women's team Blueberries for Division 2, and instead opting for Haberfield.
There's the big flick huck.
Looking for Neil.
He's gonna get it. It's 4 Boat, 3 Kudos.
Van Turnhout with the disc, launches it.
He's letting it rip. Wilcock to come down with it again. It's going to be Boat up by 2.
And I just love
5 over 3.
Love that celebration.
There finds Yo, fakes the hammer. Back to Patterson. Immediately in motion, trying to create an opportunity. Patterson.
Great options. Right now, I mean, they're making these clean passes, but that's exactly what they need. They need to break past the cup. They're going to need the creativity to do that. Can Neil get it? He can.
Big shot, throws to a wide open Ryan Mildenhall. Winston was there right in the middle of the zone, but not an option as those 3 aggressive defenders around the desk could comfortably have closed in there. It's Lee to Swinson. Wants to drop back to Waller, can't as Hogg shuts the door on that one. Waller takes a 1-2 step through. Nicely done all the way through to Charlesworth to bring it back to a 1-point game.
And really, props to Boat for maintaining the pressure in that zone.
Fakes, a nice high left backhand all the way through to Neil, back to Robertson, marked by Crosby. Looks like they're collapsing that zone. Not quite, not just yet.
And they respond exactly the same, Blair. That's another point on the board for Boat. And then
wide open, Edwards, far sideline for the score and the Boat half. 3 points in it. Wellington's Boat up over Auckland's Kudos Only time will tell how the final match unfolds. We will be back with you for the second half of this coverage. If you like what you see, head on over to patreon.com/ULTI.TV and help us bring you the very best in Ultimate here in New Zealand, from Australia, and around the world. Give us your spare change. Until the second half, my name is Willem Garnier.
I'm Kelsey Bielik.
This is the 2023 New Zealand Mixed Ultimate Championships Division 1 Grand Final, the Otahi in Otahi. We will be back very soon.
We're entering the second half of this, the final matchup for the first place at the 2023 New Zealand Mixed Otahi Mixed Championships here in Otahi, Christchurch. Throughout this second half, I'm still Kelsey Bielik.
And for the first time in the tournament, my name is Blair Monroe.
Oh, hey, Blair. We're your eyes and ears on the ground for the second half. A tight matchup between the Legacy, the club, the long-standing powerhouse that is Marvellous DC. We've got Kudos hailing from Auckland versus Boat hailing from Wellington.
And Boat haven't taken the first half.
Ways, styles of capitalizing on that. Players finding space in really small areas to score points. So I'd like to see that a bit more in this game.
Absolutely. Kelsey, so for those at home, if you've been following our coverage, you'll notice it's something we've drawn attention to a lot, particularly when we've seen Kudos play. And similarly for Boat, whenever there is a zone defense there, not collapsing it as their offensive counterparts reach the end zone, which has created a lot of opportunities. We saw Credo capitalize on it. We might see Kudos capitalize on it now. It's Fitzpatrick, Claridge, Ruhlman, and Robertson at the front of that zone.
Claridge on the mark again. She had a fantastic layout D, which just put a touch on the disc enough to knock it out of bounds.
To Patterson.
Formidable zone. They're on the high side of the field as the wind is blowing across. Throwers seeming to have no issue with the wind. Yo, faking the upside throw. Finding Waller.
Great safe reset. Fakes the hammer. It'd be nice to see him unleash some of those a little bit more often. He's a great player, but he's been very conservative throughout the tournament. It's been Yo and Patterson who have been letting rip and pulling trigger most of the time for the Kudos offense. Lee goes across to Waller again. Is he going to look to reset to Yo? No. Pushes to the far side for Patterson. Gives an upline to Ireland.
Again, on the high side of the field, Kudos is doing a really great job now of not getting trapped on the low side. The wind adding that extra defense up the sideline to Waller.
A dirty scuba finds the hands of Waller. Again, the same hammer wind up. Chips one through to Ireland. Pushing through the zone. They're not giving her a lot of trouble.
Well, okay, it's just another example of it. I'm enjoying the zones. I'm really enjoying the zone offense, and I think it was really smart. DC Boat is putting a lot of pressure on the throws. They're slowing things down, but I think if they were to convert to match defense a little bit sooner, they would prevent
by more. Very
situations
active
like
on
this.
The disc. Neil on a great undercut, losing a couple of yards, but getting a good position, moving past Sun to find Haberfield, marked by Boardman on the far sideline. Little bit of a shimmy, holsters the huck, goes back to Neil as Sun slowly shuffles into place.
Now what a good matchup. We see movement downfield, but really strong person defense by Kudos. I'm stoked to see this differ.
Great pressure there, generating a turn for Kudos.
Yeah, I think Broughton was going for the dad backhand, that inside out. But yeah, just found its way to the ground.
Less okie dokie, more noki dokie as the turn gives Kudos an opportunity. It's going to be Bender pushing to Moore. Nice, cute little inside flick to find Fulton. Goes back around to Boardman, marked by Haberfield.
The Nightcrawler himself with the disc.
Bender to Ireland, toes one in. Chips around to Bender for the
Back
score.
to Bender.
Who runs the world? Girls. Kudos to Beyonce. Kudos to Kudos to bring it back to a 1-point game.
Stevenson, who are out with injuries. Vertical stack, Claridge cuts deep.
just to highlight what happened there, the foul call was retracted, which is going to let the turnover stand. Robertson let a rip pull. He's going for it. It's Wilcock, unsurprisingly, over the top of Ali, and Waller resets to Lynch early. Finds Van Turnhout. Quick fake, baited off by Zaria Ireland. Nice upline by Robertson. Can he get it? No, not quite. Everyone on Kudos is calling that out.
You know, props
One
to
player
recovery. That recovery one more time was incredible. And, you know, I think his foot was on the line by the time he had control, by the time his hand was around it. But what incredible recovery.
It's really hard to tell. I think pushes the up line, but a great switch there between Robertson and Van Turnhout.
I love this.
Ali's got it nevertheless. Big chase from Ireland for the score.
How good. I love this, Blair.
I love this Blair as well. Zaria pulling that one down for Kudos to bring it back to a 1-point game. It's exactly what Kudos wanted to see. Laser throw straight through to Bender for the score to tie the game.
Open. She's wide open. Oh, what a great point. Disc goes up from Riley, finding Haberfield.
Haberfield with a big huck, looking for Neil.
I love this connection, Blair. Look at that.
Oh, my God.
An inside out for crossfield.
Such an aggressive inside throw to go lateral to find Edwards. Laser show straight through to Fitzpatrick.
He's assessing options. Tight matchups.
He was a little frustrated. Not a lot was developing.
And is it Hogg? Is it Wilcock? No, it's Claridge. As she takes to the skies. You know, you saw the double coverage there.
Laser show straight through to Charlesworth, right on the near sideline, marked by Mildenhall. Patterson's pushing deep. He had the eyes on it. He's going to come down with it.
Great positioning.
Chips it straight through to Yo for the score. That's going to bring it back within one.
Nice point. And a great hug between Patterson and Charlesworth there. But previously in the last point, the turnover happened. Charlesworth.
Laser show straight through to Haberfield. Goes back around to Neil. One more to Riley.
Great matchup between Rollman and Bender here. Both such fast players. And Bender really shutting down a lot of options. Rollman taking her to the races, looking break side. Neil fakes that look and fires instead to Crosby, who's been just putting points on the board in that deep space. She does so well as a handler, so well as a mid-cutter, and here's showing us her skills also in the deep space. Yeah, I love what she's been doing. It's just too far to her to pull in.
Overthrow into the wind. I think he was trying to keep it a little bit low.
Love this.
Got it, it's Patterson.
I love this.
Can we see a cut from Holly Mace to secure it? It's Ireland trying to get shifty. It's not going to work. It's more losing yards, but finding position. A big hammer looking for Owen Sun, and the score. We've got ourselves a game, folks. Kudos to tie it up. What a huge play.
Huge play. You know, there's around throws, there's break side throws, and then there is from one side of the field to the other with yards on top of it to score the point. Let's see that one more time. Riley with some incredible small space defense.
It's Robertson just giving Moore a little bit too much room to move, getting him in a great position to drop that way over the top.
And again, great positioning from defense. That's not the downfield defense. It is their responsibility. Really, you should be shutting down everything on defense. But you're strategically taking away the open side. Defense is in great position, but not great position to recognize a break side hammer. Yeah.
And so the teams are going to call a timeout. I probably would too if I had a lead and I was slowly seeing it be stolen away. So we will be back very shortly for the thrilling conclusion of this match. At most, 5 more points to be played. And so, Boat, having already broken the timeout, they're going to take the field. It's going to be Kudos to come out on defense. They need a break here if they want to claw back an edge in the match. We are seeing Troy
feet.
Stevens, huge cankle on screen at the moment.
He showed he might need some surgery, unfortunately. There's some soft tendon damage. They think he might have torn it. Not sure if he's had an MRI yet or not, but nonetheless, a massive loss from Boat. He's such a threat in the deep space.
Right up front, nice and aggressive Edwards as the third mark in the front of that defensive structure. Sending it long, looking for Swinson! Just a little bit too much fade on that one.
I think actually Swinson, Robertson.
A breakthrow there for
Whoa.
Wilcock was the option. He chips
Claridge.
one around for Claridge, who gets it on the second bite. Oh, she's hungry.
You know, Blair, this is a note for both teams. Look at these breakside points.
So they've just edged out the second half, but they've got to do a little bit more. They've got to leave a little bit more behind, find something left in the tank if they want to really close it out.
And I love that homage, just showing the depth of the team. How many players are able to step up at this, the highest level, and perform as
Waller putting a shot
Ireland
off Ireland with a big chase. She's got it.
Wow. You know,
The-
the speed she had, she goes for those high fives, fans giving them up to her.
I mean, it's interesting watching Zaria Ireland make a cut like that because she started, like that throw went up long before she was in view to run that one down. Then started. There's a lot of pressure there, but Haberfield's got it. Marked by Boardman, pushing deep into their end zone. The hook goes up. Who's going to get there?
Getting that.
Oh, a great bid by Neil is not going to be enough for that.
I'm sinking in my seat. I thought he had that. Look at him go. He put his head down to get some extra speed, then he launches just out of his mind.
Calling Yo around for a reset. He goes one-handed, big fake to Boardman, shifting Broughton out of the way. Boardman unmarked as Haberfield slowly looks to close. Lets a lefty rip. It's going to fade. Patterson's got it. Where's the next option for him? They need someone there. Robinson in pressure. It's Sun. Quick fakes, trying to get things to move. A thread through to Bender. We have ourselves a universe point, folks. Oh my goodness. Kudos, you can't spell it without a U. The U stands for universe. It's 14-14 in a game to 15. One more point to be played. The winner of this next point takes the match and the gold medal.
There's the trophy they're all working towards. Fire. The ones who want to score that point, they need to be making the right decisions. One turnover could be it as Yo unleashes it, and we have Boat on offense. Can they convert this?
A great little skim pull there. It's going to be Robertson, Riley, and Ruhlman initiating things.
Looks like a pull
Yo
play.
closing in.
A pull play that's been shut down really effectively. Neil coming under for a massive gainer.
He's ripping it. Who's going to be there? Is it Haberfield?
Oh.
Yes, it is.
My goodness gracious. Ireland was so close to that. Did you see she had her fingertips on that? Haberfield is one of the biggest players, and if there's anyone to contest that, Ireland is the person. Wow.
My goodness, we have not seen a boat sink today. The boat has done the sinking as on a universe point finish, a pull play as you called it. Neil with a huge long shot to be snatched down by Liam Haberfield and taking home the gold medal in the 2023 New Zealand Mixed Ultimate Championships. Your winners, MDC Boat from Wellington. Congratulations and commiserations all around. Kudos. A silver medal is nothing to sneeze at. But better luck next time. My name is Blair Monroe.
I'm Kelsey Bielik.
And as a final goodbye from Bob Dean's Fields in Ōtautahi, Christchurch, thank you so much for watching. If you like what you see, if you've enjoyed the coverage that we have been privileged to bring you, please head on over to patreon.com/ULTI.TV and give us your spare change. Help us bring you the very best Ultimate here in New Zealand, Australia, and around the world. Until next time, thank you so much for watching.
ULTI.TV